playoff scenario, when it comes to conference or beyond, is all about leadership. And in my estimation, anyways, I look at what happened to the rest of the matches in the SEC, in which Carson Newman and Lenore Ryan found themselves similar situations, being behind the score. I watched those matches and I saw a panic, kind of a response. Not saying that they didn't have the leadership, but our team was very composed, and I attribute that to our seniors and the captains and the leadership that they show, especially at half times. You got to remember, the previous game was the same situation, and they calmed everybody, brought them together, said, don't panic, we're playing well, keep doing what we need to do, and stay positive, which is the biggest thing in these situations. You get somebody forcing perhaps a shot or forcing an issue up front, and people get mad at them and mad at themselves and whatnot. So we didn't. We kept a very positive attitude, and really took a while to tie the game, but they felt in control, which is what you're expecting in playoffs, and gave themselves a chance. Yeah, well, first of all, those five, very, very happy for them, without a doubt deserving. Yeah, I mean, it's all we can do. Soccer is such an unforgiving game. I mean, you look at the historical matchup with Mars Hill, they seem to have come up with that one opportunity time and over again. So we had all the reasons to not have that composure, not have that poise, as you said, but they, again, 8 seniors, strong leadership, they kept their cool. Truthfully, soccer is hard enough as is, and when you don't have the right mind frame and the emotional control, and just the momentum creates positivity. You can make or break a game by just letting the little things get to you, and they fed off the crowd, which was wonderful. It helped us, it gave us a boost, and all fell in place, and luckily we scored the second goal early enough, because if it kept dragging towards the end of the second half, perhaps momentum or tension would have built even higher, but no, everything went according to plan, thank goodness. Yeah, I mean, at least me, myself, I can tell you that I don't play the angle of revenge, younger kids may have something like that on the back of their minds, but not by my encouragement. But obviously, I bring it up that you got to learn lessons from previous experiences, and without a doubt, basically the ingredients and the how each and every of those 9 games went is almost a repeat. Always the same, always them really putting everybody behind the ball and exploring the counterattack and waiting for the end time of the game. So to an extent, the first half looked like that, more so because it was not necessarily a run on the play goal. It was a penalty kick, and regardless if you agree or disagree with the call, it's not necessarily, you have 3 phases of the game. You have offense, you have defense, and then you still have the transitions between one of the two, but the third one is the set kick. So this was a set kick, so it's a different story, But hopefully, not only these 9 matches will stay with them as far as the lessons learned, but all the other games that we played this year, you got to remember, we were up against Queens, and we sort of let that game slip from our hands. At least it became a tie. We had other games that we dominated all aspects and allowed that team to score first. And so we have plenty of lessons, not least of which Wingate. When we played Wingate early this year, you hope that this time of the year, all the lessons, not only from this season, but for the returners for the past several years, will culminate for them to make good decisions in the semifinal. Yeah, and our region, we spoke about this before, bring us to another level. Your margin of error is so slim. You can pick a Carson Newman that's a couple of weeks ago were locked in nationals. I mean, absolutely no 100% doubt that they would make it, and for whatever reasons, they spent 6 games with no wins, and now they're very outside looking in. So it's really doggy dog, but right now we're at a good spot. You still at this time, especially with the AQ's automatic qualification, you gotta shoot to win the conference. If you really want to be assured of anything, you gotta win the conference. But we're in a good spot, at least in terms of a large snapshots of the moments. But you got to now count of no upsets. You know, I mean, at least half the draw now. You know, one semifinal, there's two teams in the top 10 in the region. The other semifinal, unranked teams. So it's possible that an unranked team is going to win the conference, and if that's the case, it bumps everybody down. So take one game at a time and win. That's all I can tell you. I take everything that you can at this time. You know, we have 5 hours of recovery ahead of them. I mean, you may think it's small little things, but it makes a difference. You know, we played at 2 o'clock, they played at 7:30. So, but at the end of the day, you know, at that point, I had this conversation with my team this week. If you ever want to make it to the national championship, I can guarantee you one thing: you're going to deal with pain, tiredness, and just mental exhaustion, you know. And so everybody's in this boat. If you're a player, if you're when I say a player, a contender, if you're really truthfully a team that played a hard schedule, that in this level here, that went through the battles, everybody's in the same boat. So yes, we're going to see banged up players, we're going to see, but we're also going to see overcomers. We're going to see people that make the mind over matter kind of thing, that say, I refuse, you know, and I think I have a very good collection of players that will do that.